Hey gamers, and welcome to Tales of the Abyss. I have a few things that I want to talk about before we begin. But before I do that, let me go to the settings here so it doesn't go back to the opening. So I have a few notes here that I want to share with you all before I start. I'll try to be as fast and concise and brief as I can. So first of all, what I want to say is that I am not a native English speaker. English is not my first language. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make a Let's Play channel, was just so that I could practice my English more, which I really want to do that, but sadly I don't really have anybody to practice on my daily life. I totally understand if you don't want to watch the content that I will try to provide if I'm not a native English speaker, but I do want to say that I try my very best each and every day to improve my English as much as I can, so hopefully you choose to stick with me. So another thing that I want to talk about is that that this version that I'm playing is an Undub. It's an Undub version of Tales of the Abyss. And if you don't know what an Undub game is when you get the original Japanese audio and you replace it with the English dub that was made by the localization team. They replaced the English with the Japanese, so it's basically Japanese audio with English subtitles. And I want to go on a note here and say that I have absolutely nothing against English dubs whatsoever. I just kind of prefer the Japanese one, mainly because that's how I usually watch anime. I usually watch in Japanese audio, the original Japanese audio with English subtitles. So it's basically just like a personal preference, nothing against the English dub, as I said. So one other thing that I have to talk about is that sadly I am not playing this game completely blind, which is kind of a bummer. And I always like to play games like 100% blind so I can have an overall better enjoyment. But sadly I never really played much of this game. I think I only played like an hour or 2 hours tops a really long time ago, some years ago now. But what I did do is that I watched the anime of this game like many years ago. I was a child when I watched it, and I don't remember all the details from the anime, but I do remember like a few plot points, like a few main plot twists and whatnot. But I don't think I ever watched the ending of the anime. I think I watched like a good chunk of it, but I don't think I watched like the ending. So at least I'll be able to enjoy the ending of the game without knowing what's going on. And like I said, I don't remember much of the details, but I do remember like a few plot twists, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm trying to be as honest as I can in this playthrough. So let's see, what else? Right, so as far as I know, so don't quote me on this, but as far as I know, the English dub, the English localization that was made for this game, does not have voiced skits. Like every Tales game has some voice skits, which can be really funny, small skits, right? And I think this version doesn't contain, the English dub version doesn't contain voice acting. But the Undub version, the original Japanese audio, does contain it. So the Japanese they dubbed the voice they dubbed the voice skits, and that's, as far as I know, that's something that the English dub didn't do. So we'll be able to enjoy that as well. All right. Yeah, that's basically it. I mess a little bit around with the settings. I'm placing the battle difficulty too hard, but I might change it depending if I'm having the game hand my ass to me. depending on how difficult the game turns out to be, I might change it, but for now I'll try to do it on hard. Alright, that's it. Sorry for taking so long, but we can now finally begin. And I'm really excited because I want so badly to play this game. New game, baby.
ND2000 ローレライの力を継ぐ者キムラスカに誕生す。祖は王族に連なる赤い髪の男児なり、名を聖なる焔の光と称す。彼はキムラスカ・ランバルディアを新たな繁栄に導くだろう。 ND2002 栄光をつかむ者、自らの生まれた島を滅ぼす。名をホドと称す。この後、季節が一巡りするまでキムラスカとマルクとの間に戦乱が続くであろう。さあ、いよいよだわ。行きます。
Vatico, the capital of lights, Kingdom of Kimlaska, Lavandir, Ramday, Ramdekan, 23, ND 2018. Hopefully I said that right. So I'll be quite honest with you guys. This is not the first time that I'm recording this first episode, this first part. I've been having some problems recording with the equipment that I have. So I've been like I literally lost count of how many times I've been attempting to record this very first part, this very first episode. So basically, like I said, I've been having trouble recording with the equipment that I have. So what I've been doing is that I have been like changing the settings, testing different functions a bunch of different times, and recording the very first 30 minutes of the game. So I've been testing several different settings and audio and video and all of that, right? I've been testing many different things trying to make this work, and I'll be quite honest, I still am not completely positively sure if I achieved like the peak perfection that I'm trying to get, but this is the best that I can do, at least for now. Hopefully I'll be able to improve more as time goes on. So like I said, oh, what up?
気のせいか。
So like I said, I've been recording the first 30 minutes, the first episode a bunch of times, right? So I kind of know my way around this very first like 30 minutes of the game and know exactly what I need to do, exactly where I need to go. I don't think I'm going to explore much right now or talk to the NPCs because I kind of have done that a bunch of times already. But I will do that in the next episode, like episode 2 onwards. I plan to talk to the NPCs, explore and all of that. But right now I kind of know already what I need to do, so I'm just gonna do it and see if the recording works, you know? So I just need to go here and then I'll go talk to the butler and then I can go back to another cutscene. This guy right here. So now I can go back, but before I do that, he's gonna talk to me again. And then I can finally go back. Now I need to return to my room and oh, I skipped.
たく親父たちも俺がここから出るの許してくれねえんならせめてこの退屈な毎日を何とかしてほしいぜ。バン先生との剣術稽古がなかったら飯食ってガイとだべって寝るだけじゃねえか。もうなんか面白いことないかな。
But before I go back to my room, I can grab some items real quick. So I kind of missed this the first time that I played, but since I played so many times the first 30 minutes, I now know that I can grab a few items here. So I have a lemon gel here, and in the other room, we're gonna have an apple gel. Right here. So I have an apple gel and a lemon gel. And now I can go back to my room. And so another cutscene.
Luke, 我が魂の片割れ、我が声に応
いってー。やっぱりさっきの声。
Oh shit, I skipped that, sorry.
どうしたルーク？また例の頭痛か？ガイか。大丈夫。収まってきた。また幻聴か？なんなんだろうな。うぜったらねえ。このところ頻繁だな。確かマルクト帝国に誘拐されて以来だからもう7年近いのか。
So the game throws a lot of information at you all at once, and I wasn't able to understand it all the first time that I played, like the first episode, the first 30 minutes of the game. But now I have a better grasp on things. I'm not like an expert or anything, but I do understand a little bit more. So basically, what he's saying here is that he was kidnapped, and I do remember that from the anime too. And I might be wrong, but I think Luke is 17 years old, so he was like kidnapped at the age of 10.
くそ、マルクトの奴らのせいで俺頭おかしいやつみてえだよ。
Another thing is that he's been having headaches. He lost like his memories from his childhood, and yeah, I think that's it. I think there's more, but I don't remember right now.
あんまり気にしすぎない方がいいさ。それより今日はどうする？剣舞でもやるか？まあ残念でした。今日はバン先生が来てるから。バン様が？今日は剣術の日じゃないだろう。 急ぎの用があるんだってさ。
ルーク様、よろしいでしょうか。
おっとまずい。ここにいるのは秘密なんだ。見つかる前に失礼させてもらうよ。じゃあな。
ルーク様。
はいはいはいはい。分かってるって。入れ。
失礼いたします。旦那様がお呼びです。応接室へお願いいたします。
分かった。下がれ。よし、行くか。
So now I can go to another room to get some more loot. And I couldn't go here before because there was a guard standing right here, but now he's like vanished for some reason or other, and I can go to a different room and get some more loot. Always nice exploring in JRPGs or RPGs as in general. You always find something here and there, you know? So exploring kind of pays out right here. I don't really know if a hunter god is like just loose change or if it's actually a good amount of money, but I guess we'll find out eventually. So like I said before, the game throws a lot of information at you all at once, and now that I've played the first 30 minutes of the game so many times, I have a better grasp, like I said, on the story, the lore, right, that the game presents. And if I'm not wrong, Luke here is the son of a duke, and this duke, I believe, is second, like in social standings, is second only to the royalty. And the royalty, the king of this nation, is actually Luke's uncle. So that's something that I was very confused the first time I played this game, but now I understand a little bit better.
座りなさい、ルーク。
先生、今日は俺に稽古つけてくれるんすか？
後で見てやろう。だがその前に話がある。
グランツ幼少は明日ダートへ帰国されるそう
だ。え？なんで？
私がローレライ教のオラクル騎士団に所属していることは知っているな。
So here, Van, or General Van, is talking about the Oracle Knights and the Order of Lorelei. I still don't know much about this, only that this is what I believe anyway, that you have the kingdom, and then you have like an order of knights that protect the kingdom, or at least that's how I understood it. Right, and General Van, or Van, is the commander of those knights, of this order of knights.
私の任務はオラクル騎士団を率い、同志イオンをお守りすることにある。
And then we have this Fawn Master Ion, which I'm not quite sure what this person represents to the kingdom. I kind of want to believe that he's like a pope, you know, like Christianity, the pope, but I might be wrong. I still don't really know what the Fawn Master Ion is supposed to be. Here you go, leader of the Order of Lorelei, but that doesn't necessarily tells me much of this Master Ion, or Fawn Master Ion.
マルクト帝国と我がキムラスカ・ランバルディア王国の休戦が成立しているのです。
And here you have this is something quite common in anime or manga, in light novels in general, that you always have like, and also in games too, that you always have an empire and a kingdom, right? And you usually play a character on the kingdom, and then you always have like this evil empire of sorts, right? I don't know if this is how it's gonna turn out in this game, but from what I could understand, we have these two divisions, right, of the kingdom, which we currently are, and the
先代
empire.
の同志エベノスがポド戦争終結の功労者なら、現同志イオンは今日の平和の象徴とも言えるお方。
そのイオン様が行方不明なのだそうだ。
Right, that's another thing that I got very confused too, is that this Font Master Ion has gone missing. He's missing right now. And General Von is going to join the Order of Knights to go look for this Font Master
私はオ
Ion.
ラクル騎士団の一員としてイオン様捜索の任に就く。
そんな先生が帰国したら俺の稽古は誰がつけてくれんだよ。
私がキムラスカ王国に戻るまで部下を来させよ。
バン先生がいいんだよ。
わがままを言うなルーク。グランツ幼少はいずれ戻られる。少しは辛抱することを覚えなさい。
あなた、この子はさらわれた時に怖い思いをして心に傷を負ったんですのよ。そのせいで子供の頃の記憶まで失ってかわいそうだと思われませんの？
シュザンヌ、お前は少し甘やかしすぎだ。
ですがお屋敷に閉じ込められたこの生活は決して恵まれたものでもないでしょう。
Right, this is another thing too that I was a bit confused. Luke has been basically in prison, like house arrest for 7 years inside this mansion. At least that's how I understood it. He's been inside this mansion for almost a decade because his uncle, the king, ordered him to stay inside the mansion and not go out because the king was afraid that he might be kidnapped again.
なんで叔父上は俺を閉じ込めるんだよ。国王だからって変な命令しやがってムカつくっつうの。
それは兄上様がお前の身を案じておられるからですよ。あと3年で自由になれるのです。もう少し我慢なさい。
Fuck man, 10 years,
元気を出せル
a
ー
whole
ク。
decade.
しばらく手合わせできぬ分今日はとことん稽古に付き合うぞ。
Trapped inside your own home for 10 years.
では公爵、それに奥方様、我々は稽古を始めますので。
頼みましたぞ、グランツ幼少。
私は先に中庭に行く。支度が済んだらすぐ来るように。
Right, this is another thing that I was a little bit confused, and General Von said that he was going to join the Order of Knights, the Lorelei Knights, or the Oracle Knights, something like that. He was going to join the Knights to look for Font Master Ion, but he's only going to do that tomorrow, so we have today to train. He has this day, today, a free day to train Luke, right? And I was kind of confused because I thought like he was in such a hurry to go look for Font Master Ion, so I was basically like, what the fuck, why won't you go right now instead of tomorrow, you know? Since he was in such a hurry to
くれぐれも怪我のないようにね。
go find this Font Master
わ
Ion.
かってるよ、うっぜえな。バン先生行っちまうのか。同志イオンとかいうやつが見つかったら戻ってきてくれっかな。ちえ、剣術の稽古たった一つの趣味だったってのに。しょうがねえ。ガイも結構剣術いけてるし、明日からはあいつと稽古すっか。
Gonna save here real quick. So as you can see, I already have like 2 saves here, and that's from the last time that I played. Like I said, I've been playing the game the very first 30 minutes a bunch of times, trying to get my recording right. And now I can go join the General Van or just Van, and he'll teach me like the basics of how to fight.
なるほどね。オラクルの騎士様も大変だな。
だからしばらくは貴公に任せるしかない。公爵や国王、それにルークの。
ルーク様、何してんだガイ。バン幼少は剣の達人ですからね。少しばかりご教授願おうかと思って。本当かよ。そんな感じには見えなかったぜ。なんだ、何かが来る。
ルーク、聞こえないのか？
え？あ、はい。
準備はいいのか？
大丈夫です。それじゃあ俺は見学させてもらおうかな。頑張れよルーク。
So one thing that I'm not entirely sure of is that there is a room in this mansion that is called Pierre and Guy's room, and Pierre is the gardener. So I'm not sure if Pierre and Guy are related because they are in the same room. I don't know if he is like the son of the gardener, or maybe even his grandson, right? Like I said, I'm not sure of this. At least not yet. Did you notice how the... Hold up.
ルーク、いいか？基本動作から入るぞ。
Did you notice when Luke drew his sword that it made like a metallic sound, like steel? And that's really funny because he's using a wooden sword, you know, so he shouldn't make that noise unless it's like very, very sharp, right? Or maybe, I don't know much about sword, but I don't think a wooden sword would make that kind of noise, you know?
まずは
I
移
might be
動から
wrong
だ。
though.
左スティックの左右で前後に移動することができる。まずはやってみろ。次に進みたくなったらメニューボタンだ。
So just simple movement.
戦闘において間合いは重要だ。状況に合わせて。と言っても、お前が実践をすることなど万が一にもあるまいな。
チェ、外でかっこよく剣を振り回してみてな。
わがままを言うものではない。さ、次は攻撃についてだ。通常攻撃は攻撃ボタンで出すことができる。通常攻撃は左スティックとの組み合わせで様々に変化する。攻撃ボタンだけで切り、左スティックの左右と攻撃ボタンで切り上げ、左スティックの下と攻撃ボタンで広範囲に攻撃といった具合だ。ではいつもの通り、そこの人形相手にやってみなさい。
また人形か。まあいいや。
So just no more practice here, so you can go like that.
上空にいる敵や囲まれた時など戦況に応じて臨機応変な対処が必要になる。忘れるなよ。
I was having a lot of trouble the first time that I played, the first time that I was recording the first episode. I couldn't grasp the controls by the life of me. It's been a really long time for me ever since I played a Tales game, so I
基
was
本
having
攻撃は
problems.
以上だ。 次は防御に移る。
I'm not saying that I'm an expert now, but I definitely learned a lot more than when I did my first recording.
どうした？
いつも思うけどさ、攻撃なんてされる前に倒しちまえばいいじゃん。
ルーク、それでは私にも勝てるというのだな。
あ、いや、それは。
ならば防御が必要なこともわかるだろう。そこの人形は一定の間隔で攻撃を行う。防御ボタンで防御をしてみなさい。
わかったよ。させるかよ。
So just simple guard here, and I can actually evade too, like that.
よし、そうだ。戦闘において防御は非常に重要だ。戦闘を重ねることにより新たな防御技も習得できる。よく覚えておきなさい。
はい。
それでは最後に技の訓練に移る。ルーク、準備はいいか？
待ってました。いつでも行きます。
技は術技ボタンで出せる。お前に教えた技は総火山だ。覚えているな。
はい、先生。
よし。では早速やってみなさい。
総火山。
Just a simple art.
よし、いいぞ。よくぞ体得したな。すでにその技はお前のものだ。
Pretty good beginning art. Not bad.
先生、ありがとう。
技は通常攻撃と組み合わせて連続して攻撃することができる。
へえ。
では最後だ。攻撃ボタンと術技ボタンを組み合わせて連続で攻撃を当ててみろ。
はい、先生。
So just a 4-hit combo, like that.
よし、いいだろう。ところで戦闘を重ねていくことで新たな技を覚えることもあるだろう。メニューの術、技で技を設定しておけば左スティックとの組み合わせでさまざまな技を出すことができる。覚えておきなさい。
新しい技か。なんだ？こ
の声は。
体が動かない。
これは不可じゃ。お屋敷にセブンスフォニマーが入り込んだか。
I also find it funny how the peer, the gardener here, knows exactly what's going on. Like everybody else is just like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then you have the gardener telling you exactly what's going on.
眠気が襲ってくる。何をやってるんだ、警備兵たちは。
It's kind of funny, you know? Like the gardener knows it all.
ようやく見つけたわ。裏切り者バンデツ出るか。覚悟。
やはりお前か、ティア。
何なんだよ、お前は。
いいか、やめろ。どれらが死を届け開くのだ。
また変な声が。
これはセブンスフォニム。
しまった。セブンスフォニムが反応し合ったか。
ルーク、起きて。起きて、ルーク。
君は。
よかった。無事みたいね。
ここはどこだ？
さあ、かなりの勢いで飛ばされたけど、プラネットストームに巻き込まれたのかと思ったぐらい。
そうだ、お前先生を。
待って、急に動かないで。怪我は？どこか痛むところは？
大丈夫だよ。 それより一体何が起きたんだ？それにお前は一体。
私はティア。どうやら私とあなたの間で超振動が起きたようね。
超振動？なんだそりゃ。
同位体による共鳴現象よ。あなたもセブンスフォニマーだったのね。迂闊だったわ。だから王家によってかくまわれていたのね。
うるせえっつうの。ちょっと黙れ。お前が何言ってんのかこっちはさっぱりだ。なんとか言え。
黙れって言ったかと思えばなんとか言えとはね。話はおいおいにしましょう。あなた何も知らないみたいだから、ここで話をするのは時間の無駄だと思うわ。
じゃあこの後どうすんだよ。
あなたをバチカルの屋敷まで送っていくわ。
どうやって？ここがどこかもわからないくせに。
向こうに海が見えるでしょ。
あれが海なのか。
とりあえずこの渓谷を抜けて海岸線を目指しましょう。街道に出られれば辻場所もあるだろうし、帰る方法も見つかるはずだわ。
抜けるったってどうすれば海に出られるんだ？
耳を澄ませて。水音がするわ。川があるのよ。川沿いを下っていけば海に出られるはずよ。
へえ、そういうもんなのか。
さあ行きましょう。
Tataru Valley. And Tyr has joined the party. Yay! Alright, so first things first, I want to go on strategy here. So, same enemy, that's fine. Do not let TP drop below 50% except when healing. I don't know if I put it at 75%. No, I'll leave it at 50. Mostly use funny cards. Use items when HP is low. Definitely not. Don't waste my items, please. Use over limit whenever you can. Alright. Now for formation, you can go here, and Luke can go here. Okay. Let me see. Alright, the carryover is fine. Nice.
Mamono?
来るわ。
冗談だろ。魔物って。おわ
This boar always kicks my ass though. Like always.
覚悟なさい。
ヘイタッハッ
やっやっ
そうげた。ハッタッハッそうげた。ハッそうげた。
親友
ハッタッハッそうげた。
There we go.
軽い軽い。
Not a total loss. But he does kick my ass there. Like several times.
Ta 大したことねえな。
安心するのはまだ早いわ。ほら、そこにも魔物がいる。ああいう魔物に接触すると戦わざるを得なくなるわ。気をつけて。
偉そうに。わかったよ。お前さ、なんで屋敷に乗り込んできたのかとか、パン先生に襲いかかったかとか話さねえの？
あなたに話しても仕方ないことだと思うし、理解できないと思うわ。それに知ってどうするつもり？
怪しいやつならついていったらヤバいかもしれねえだろ。何笑ってんだよ。
ごめんなさい。あなたに危害を加えるつもりがないのは確かよ。今はこれだけしか言えないけど、信じてもらえないかしら。
分かったよ。二人しかいないのに揉めても仕方ねえしな。
Alright, so I'm gonna save my game. Nice. So before we wrap up, there's one last thing that I want to show you guys, and I'm thinking of doing this like at the end of every episode. So right here at library we have this synopsis, which is basically like a diary of sorts, like a journal that Luke keeps with him, and he writes constantly on it. And that's pretty cool, and it shows more of the game's lore too. So I'm thinking of reading new entries of the diary at the end of each and every episode. So it starts here. It started with a song. Ram Day, Ram Deccan 23, ND 2018. Looks like it's going to be another boring day. Now one thing has gone right over the 7 years since my kidnapping. I lose my memory, they keep me confined here, I keep getting headaches and hearing things all the time. But today, Master Van came to the mansion, so maybe it won't be so boring after all. Time to head over to the drawing room to see him. I heard some really depressing news in the drawing room. Master Van won't be able to come and train me for a while. Apparently this phone Master Ian or somebody from the Order of Lorelei disappeared, so he has to go help in this search. This really makes me mad. Since he has to go away, he said he would give me some training today in the courtyard. But just as I was practicing with Master Van, I heard a strange song, a phonic hum, he called it. What's that? It made me sleepy, and then this weird girl came in and attacked Van. I tried to stop her, but all of a sudden some incredible power appeared between us and we were thrown into a valley neither of us were familiar with. So that's the end of the first entrance. We actually have another one here, which is this one. And I'm thinking of reading this one at the end of the next episode and kind of go like one per each episode. That's and hopefully that goes well. Alright, so that's it. That's it for the first episode. I'm gonna wrap up here, and like I said before, I'm hoping that this recording works. I've been trying really hard to make it work and make it as good as possible. But that's gonna be it for this first episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you real soon with some more Tales of the Abyss. Alright then, bye bye for now.